everyone. Let's talk about save for latter feature in an OmniScript. What are those and how does it work? I'll show you a demo of how is it working for different users and what are the limitations and consideration we should keep in mind while using save for latter. So let's start with what is save for latter. So as the name suggests that it saves the OmniScript instance for later use so that the user can come back later and resume its journey with the saved data he has already filled in. Okay. So what system does it? It stores the current OmniScript state along with the runtime metadata which it is having. Now, when the user resumes the session, the OmniScript will load the saved data. So that's how we can return back. Right? Now let's see a demo of how it works. Okay. So here I've created an OmniScript. And in the OmniScript, to enable the save for latter, you'll have to go into the setup. And inside setup, you'll have to check for the save options. Inside save option, you can select all allow save for latter. And you can also select auto save on next step. Okay, for now, we'll keep it unchecked. I don't want to auto save. I want to only save it when the user clicks on the save for latter button. Now, if you want to give a template name, how that OmniScript link will be stored, what format the name should have, you can always give a template name here and it accepts merge syntax. So you can give the first name, last name, or whatever field you want to give to identify the OmniScript save version. Now you can also set up how many days it should stay in the org and after how many days that saved OmniScript would expire. Okay, and you can also link it with the object ID. Whatever in the default value here is the context ID, but you can always specify what object ID you want to attach it to. Now, this option, the merge save data JSON into updated OmniScript, this is an option which allows you to, when you check it, it allows the data JSON to be merged to the updated OmniScript. So what happens, suppose this is a version 3 and using version 3, a person went ahead and he clicked on save for latter. Now, if you have checked this button and after this, the save for latter OmniScript was replaced by a 4th version, the save data which was saved for the version 3 will be updated in the version 4. Okay, but if it is not checked here, then you will get a message like form was updated or something on the screen. So for this, we have this button, this merge save data JSON. Now saved URL pattern, what's a saved URL pattern? You can specify what URL you want to open that saved OmniScript in. Whether it's a lightning record page, whether it's a community page, you can specify the pattern here. You can specify the custom field name and you can specify the pattern and it will open in that particular URL, whether it's a community or a lightning page. Now, okay, so now these are the features. These are the setup features of setting up the save for latter. Let's see how to implement this. What I've done here is, let me show the working part first. So I have a community and inside that community, I have this OmniScript, embedded this OmniScript, which has some personal details. Please ignore this context ID field. These are the names. These are the fields for that person. Name, company, department designation, and next step has address fields. Now, this is embedded inside a community. And I have 2 users. One is Jane and another one is John. Okay. So when they log into the community, let me log in as John. When I log in as John and I have a saved version, I'll get this screen to continue or start over. And inside this continue or start over, I'll get a button, which will be the link to my saved OmniScript version. And if user wants to restart it, they can restart. So first let's see how we save that OmniScript and how the values are visible. So let's restart this and fill in something. John Doe. Company is whatever, ABC. Department is IT. And then designation is managed. Now I don't want to go to next. I will save for later. It will ask me this out of the box configuration. We can customize this box, acknowledgement box as well. But for now, it is just saying this. Are you sure you want to save it for later? So I'll say, okay. Now here it will give me a link, but I don't want to open it from the link. I want to open it from the community page, the login page. You will get an option to directly open it, or you can get an option to copy the link, or you will get an option to email the link as well. Now, this was the person John Doe. So let's go to Jane Doe as well. And at the same time, I want to show you how the saved OmniScript version works for different types of users. This was John and this is Jane. Now I will log into the experience. Because she also has a saved version, she is getting an option like this, but I'll restart and I'll give the option as Jane Doe 1, company XYZ, department finance, and designation developer. Now I'll do a save for later. Same thing here. Okay, now I'll close these two things and I'll open Jane Doe again. I'll open John Doe again. I will log in as a Jane Doe to the experience site. I will log in as John Doe to the experience site. They will both get this option. Then I'll say resume last session. This was John Doe. So I'm getting all the values populated, which I gave. And let's go to Jane Doe. This is the Jane Doe. So it has also values that the person put. Now, how does it work? Let's go to the OmniScript to see how it was implemented. So as soon as the user lands on, as soon as a OmniScript is loaded, I have a DataRaptor extract action. And inside the extract action, I am fetching the OS saved versions. So in the backend, this is the managed package object name in which the saved OmniScript versions are stored. Here, I'm filtering by created by, and I'm giving the current user ID, and I'm ordering by created to descending limit 1, so that it gives the latest record. And in the output, I'm just giving back the resume URL. Now, once the URL is there, here in the step 1, I have a step here, and inside the step, I have a button which will open a web page, and it will put in the resume URL here, so that the resume URL is open in the next tab, in the new tab. And now I have also given this restart option here. Restart will do nothing, just it will restart the OmniScript. And he will be taken to the personal detail page and the address step and so on. So this is how I have implemented this. So now let's go to the working scenario, how it works. So the saved sessions are stored as 2 objects. When you are using a standard OmniStudio data model, it's stored as OmniScript saved session. And if you're using an custom Vlocity data model, it's saved as OmniScript instance. Okay, so whenever we save a session, it is tied to the OmniScript definition, which was active at that time. As I told about that merge option in the OmniScript, it will tie to the active version of the OmniScript, which was created. Now, if the same thing is written here about the merge save data JSON, If it is enabled, it will merge the saved session into the updated OmniScript. If it is not enabled, you'll get a screen saying form was updated. Okay, so this is how it works. And it also differs on the authentication type. So when the guest users operate this, it works in a shared context. And they can, if you have some save attachments or some data which is stored in that save OmniScript, it will be accessible to the guest context. But with the community users, if they're authenticated and they have the contacts inside your users inside your org, it will remain the attachments and every data which is saved inside the OmniScript will remain private to that particular user, and only the particular user and the administrator will be able to access it. So these are some working points behind that save for latter. Now, what are the limitations and the considerations? So it's not designed, the save for latter is not designed for a collaborative editing. Okay, so if you are editing the same save session by the multiple community users, it can lead to data inconsistencies. And if you're using the custom velocity data model, then only the save for latter for the guest users is supported. If you're using the standard OmniStudio data model, which I was using, the guest users can't use save for latter. Now, for the users to be able to use save for latter, we have to give this file-based OmniScript name of the OmniScript save session access to that user profile. Otherwise, they won't be able to access they cannot save the OmniScript for a latter resuming them. Okay. Now, these are some considerations. These save for latter isn't supported for OmniScripts that are inside another OmniScripts. If there are any flex card which has embedded OmniScript, if there are any flyouts which contain OmniScripts, and if an OmniScript is embedded inside the custom LWCs. So these are some considerations and limitations which you have to take care of while using save for latter. In the next video, we'll see how to customize the acknowledgement box when you are using save for latter. And that's all for this video. Thanks for watching.